Ready to go?
I'm ready, man.
All right. Welcome to Expat American. He is the Expat American, and today we're at Gorky Park. Okay, guys, you're actually on Aussie Comrade, but I do have the real, genuine Expat American, Joseph Rose himself. It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
You impressed me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes, you did mention my channel. I didn't have to tell you to do so.
Expat. Yeah, guys, if you want to see the real intro, not the budget variety, our musical budget's pretty low here at Aussie Comrade, as you can see. But you want to see the real intro, go check out this guy's channel, Expat American, absolute legend, highly recommended.
Alan, thank you, sir.
If you want to come to Russia, not only do they have these incredible parks, but they've also got real life Americans that you can meet, not just from the movies, and they sound just like it. Look, he's real. Okay, may I touch you?
You may touch me.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Look, Mum, a real life American. Hey! Oh, it's amazing. They got it all here in Russia, guys.
Almost 5,000 of us Americans, United States citizens, living in Russia.
5,000?
Almost 5,000.
Wow. So, what I want to know is, what is an American doing in Russia in 2024? Are you a little bit crazy, my friend?
I am a little bit crazy, and I have a Russian wife, and there you go.
It's amazing what the Russian wives will do, guys. They'll do guys to do crazy things, including myself. In fact, I think we actually have a bit of a connection because we both have half Slavic families.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. Yeah. So tell me about your experience in Russia so far.
Well, I'm just completely floored still. I've been here for a little over 2 years, and it's amazing. You have to come here to see it. I wouldn't believe myself if I told myself 20 years ago this is what Russia's like. It's perfect. Everything is in order and functioning, and there's kids playing everywhere, and people going to work. There's no trash. You know, it's wonderful.
There's an image of Russia that it's actually the opposite of what you've said.
Yeah, of course. That's what the Western media wants everyone to think.
Right, but then you come here and you're just like, it's not like that at all. It's the exact opposite.
I know. I think Russia is a big, prosperous country, and the West doesn't want people to know it. So I think that they're, willfully lying to all these people that live in the West. And it's sad because the West is not doing well right now. And it's not a good place to raise a family right now. I want it to get better. I care about the West. But there are lots of people that are for traditional family values that are living in the West that are thinking, what is going on? And if only they knew there's a place where they could live and they could raise their kids that is functioning and normal, I mean, they would definitely be here. So
Absolutely.
I think it's absolutely a media campaign to not let people know the truth.
That's right, yeah. Well, I certainly experienced that as well, and I saw your channel. Actually, I've been watching your channel before I had a channel of my own, and it was quite nice to watch your channel because,
thanks, man.
Yeah, because what I really love about Joseph's channel is it shows you what real life is like. If you're a guy in the West and you're like, I'm thinking about moving to Russia, go watch his channel because he literally shows you what he does in his everyday life, and I can confirm that he's a normal guy. I've met him. There's nothing weird going on. I'm Aussie Comrade, and I recommend Expat American.
Thank you, Alan. Your channel name's a bit scary, but thank you.
No,
it's good. It's intriguing.
Comrade just means friend. It's just friend.
Just for a Westerner.
Maybe I should change the channel name.
No, it's good. You're a little scary.
Yeah. I like to, whatever gets the clicks. I'm a slave to the views, guys. No, so I wanted to talk to you as well about how people treat you, because for me, people have treated me so well here, strangers that I don't know. But I'm Australia, and no one knows Australia. They're like, oh, you got some kangaroos, that's fun. No one takes us seriously. But America, you're the big dog in global politics. How have people treated you?
They treat me very well. They treat me better than they treat Russians themselves, because in the culture here, you treat guests well. And they watch American movies and they think Americans are cool. They don't think Americans are the bad guys. They think DC, those are the bad guys.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's amazing, man. I absolutely, I guess I was worried coming here that everyone was going to hate me, and the exact opposite happened, and it seems the same happened to you.
Yeah. No, my first trip here, I was I was scared. I was concerned. I was thinking that I was coming to the bad guy place and that I might be treated badly. And I was very, very careful. But my eyes kept seeing what, something different from what my brain was telling me. It was saying everything's fine, everyone's normal.
Yeah.
Why am I paranoid here? It's because I've been lied to my whole life about this place.
Yeah, I felt the exact same way, mate. All right, so Joseph, now I want to ask you about something that I've experienced in Russia, and I don't know if you've experienced it too, and I've called it the Russian face. Everyone sort of walks around with this expression of very serious look, but then behind it, they're actually extremely friendly. And I've never seen this before because, in Australia and America, we kind of do the opposite. Like a photo's being taken and we're all like, hey, and stuff like this. But in Russia, I noticed that like everyone's like having a party and then we're like, let's take a photo. And then they're like this. So have you experienced this Russian face?
So in the West, the default setting is to be friendly right up front, whether you know the person or not, just always be friendly. And in Russia, the default setting is to be neutral. And you're only going to show the emotion that you feel you should show based on whatever history you have with the person. If you have no history with the person, you're not going to be friendly. And the way I described it on other channels is Americans prioritize friendliness first because, that's a good thing to be friendly, right?
Yeah.
And Russians prioritize honesty first, which
Yes.
is also a good thing. You should be honest. But one's got to come first. And this is the difference.
Yeah, look, I can honestly say, guys, when I first experienced this, I was like, it was very off-putting. I was like, everybody must hate me or something. But once I understood what was going on, like now I love it because, look, there's a reason why the Russian smile is the best smile. I mean, for me, it's the best smile in the world because they're all genuine. You never have to wonder, does that guy like me or not?
Yes, exactly.
If he's smiling and friendly, it's guaranteed he likes you. You don't need to look into it any further. So once you get into it, it's absolutely fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's even good even if they don't, because let's say you have a Russian guy and and it looks like he doesn't like you. Well, at least you know where you're at. Maybe you'll win him over, but there's no false feedback. So yeah, I'm getting into it. So the next thing I'd love to talk to you about is the language. So I noticed even in this video, we had a dog come up and he's like, oh, like собака, so I know, and I've seen in your videos, you know quite a lot of Russian words. And This is quite surprising because you're American, and just like Americans, Australians are also bad at languages because it's a whole island where you can travel for miles and miles and you'll only ever speak English.
Are the same way.
Yeah.
Because I've told people, in the U.S., you don't have to learn other languages.
Exactly.
You're on the other side of the world. You're not bumping into other people that speak other languages.
Yeah.
In Europe, let's say, every country is the size of a U.S. state, so it's very important if you know different languages. So humans only learn what they have to learn.
Absolutely. And so this is why I feel, guys, you should always cut Americans and Australians some slack on the language learning because it's not in our blood. You can drive for days and days in Australia and you're on an island that only speaks English. America is kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
But how have you gone, how are you learning the language? How do you know all these words?
Well, I started out with Duolingo, which is a free app on your phone, so you can do that for 5 or 10 minutes a day, just to kind of get yourself into it if you're looking to learn another language. Now I take lessons online, like 90 minutes twice a week. I have a lot of homework. And of course, living here also helps because, I'm surrounded by people who speak it. And, I'd say I'm like a 6-year-old. I can order things. I can talk briefly. Listening is the hardest.
It goes so fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like you noticed, I am starting to use Russian with little things and not even think about it, like with the dog.
Right. Oh, that's excellent. It's I find the pronunciation extremely difficult. I've tried to really focus on that, because some of those words are just so long. You say the word hello. Actually, when I first started learning the language, I asked my wife. I said, "Okay, let's start. What's the word for hello?" And she's like, "Здравствуйте." And I was like, "All right, I'm out. Get me out of here. That's hello."
Well, there's two hellos. So there's здравствуйте and there's привет. So здравствуйте is what you say to someone professionally that you don't know, that you just met.
Right.
And there's another version of Здравствуйте without the T, which I forget, which you can say to friends instead of Привет. So I think Здравствуйте is someone you've never met, and then Здравствуй might be like your boss, let's say, who you already know, but you're still being professional with them. And then Привет is just like a friend, like casually.
So basically, guys, you should make friends in Russia, then you don't have to say Здравствуйте. You can just say Привет, right? It's part of the incentive scheme here to get everyone to be friends, you know?
Believe it or not, I have a video here in wintertime, and all these walkways are an ice skating rink. It's just a big maze of an ice skating rink.
Wow.
And like all that we've walked.
Wow.
And it's just this massive labyrinth, and you just skate everywhere.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah. And it's so beautiful, this park. It's just so clean and so, like, where are the homeless tents? I haven't seen any homeless tents here yet.
I see about one person a month living in Moscow that looks like they might be homeless, just to give an accurate description to people of what they might expect. That's how little there is here. It's
unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. You just get so used to seeing these things in big cities now, but yeah, I mean, it's so clean, and yeah, it's just like a different world. It's not every day you meet an American as an Australian guy, so it's quite exciting for me. I had to come all the way to Russia for this, guys. So I have to ask you about the accent. Like, your accent, now, I obviously, I hear the accent on movies and all of that, but it seems very strenuous. Like, it's great for learning English because you pronounce every single letter, Like, in Australia, we'd say, there's the car, and you'd be like, there's the car. Or we're going to the bar, there's the bar, And, for me, this seems like it's a lot of work. Like, for example, can you say the word for me, murderer?
Murderer.
Oh, it just looks like, does your jaw hurt or what? It's like,
well, that's a good point. I'm glad you said that.
Murderer.
So, the Australian language, the accent you're saying, not the language, is...
We like to think we have a language.
More relaxed. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Ah, I see.
So basically, we sort of talk like we're a little bit tipsy all the time. We're very lazy people. So we're just like, we'll go to the car and then go to the bar, and then we'll go. So if you want to have an Australian accent, just slur your words like you're a little bit drunk, and you'll be right.
Well, in all honesty, don't look at me as the example. I was born and raised in the south of the U.S., so that would be a country boy accent. But I've been married to a Russian now for over a decade, and she was taught British English. So I've learned to slow down my speech and make sure that I pronounce the words carefully for her for over a decade. And then on top of that, when I started the channel, I'm getting comments all the time from Russians and people from around the world. And I've just learned, subconsciously and intentionally, I need to speak English as internationally as I can for the viewers. So
nice.
You shouldn't look at me as an example of U.S. American speech anymore.
Yeah, from the Australian perspective, he sounds very American. But guys, if you're a Russian person and you're watching the channel trying to improve your English, don't watch mine. Go watch Joseph's. You don't want to speak like this. It's not my fault I was born there.
I can understand both sides of it, though, because I was raised country, which is more of a relaxed English like yours.
Yeah.
I can understand the joy of just being like, whatever, man.
Yeah, I like that.
But it is also nice to practice speaking English more correctly. I don't know if correctly is the right word, because that sounds like I'm bashing other Anglosphere nations, but it's nice to try to say all the vowels and all the letters and all the consonants the way they're meant to be said.
It is nice, and I'll do it on occasion. Like for an intro for this video, that's probably about it, guys. No, but it is a very nice accent. I like it. It's good. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you had a great time. I certainly did. It was an absolute pleasure meeting this fabulous man, Joseph Rose from Expat American. Go check out his channel. And if you liked the video, click subscribe, click like, show us some love, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Which will be on my channel right now. So click the link below and see Aussie Comrade, an expat American, in a different place in Moscow.
Do it! Dirt, 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 dirt.